Here are some extra examples on the concept of boundedness. So bounded is a word you use to describe if you have a graph that goes up forever or not, or down forever or not. So let's start with something like 17. So in this graph, do you see how this U has arrows and it keeps, which means it keeps going up forever? So that means that this graph is not bounded at the top. So we would say not bounded above. And that just means that it doesn't have any limitation. It's going to keep increasing forever. Also at the bottom, it has arrows pointing down, which means it's going to continue to negative infinity in that direction. So we would also say that this is not bounded below. Okay, graphs that are bounded. So 19 is one that's partially bounded. On 19, it's a little difficult to see, but this does go off the graph. So these would be arrows. Okay, those would be arrows. This graph would not be bounded above because it just keeps going up. Not bounded above, but it is bounded below. Okay, do you see what I mean? Like this is the minimum value. It's never going to go lower than that single point, which means it stops at the bottom. It has a minimum. Okay, so it is going to be bounded below. 16 is interesting. Let's look at 16. So that one has an arrow going up at the top in two different places, which doesn't matter. It just matters, is there an arrow somewhere? There is an arrow somewhere. So we would say that this one is not bounded above. But the bottom, it does have a low point. And I can't really tell whether this parabola has the minimum or this dot over here is the minimum, but it doesn't matter. The point is there's no arrow pointing down. So that means this would be called bounded below. Okay, hopefully that helps.